Today I will be showing you the Chinese Waitress bind off, or also known as the double chain bind off. The Chinese Waitress bind off is an almost perfect match to the Chinese Waitress cast on. It produces a row of chain stitches along the bind off edge with an alternate direction row nested up against it of chain stitches. To work this bind off, you don't need a crochet hook like you do for the cast on. You just need your knitting needles. To start, you will make a yarn over on your right hand needle and wrap the yarn from front to back to front again, because we are going to purl this first stitch, but we're going to purl it backwards. So instead of wrapping the yarn the usual way, counterclockwise around the needle, we're going to come clockwise in between the needles from underneath and purl. And now I'm going to move the yarn to the back just to get it out of my way, and I'm going to bind off that yarn over. So that's our setup. Now we're going to repeat a series of steps. We're going to bring the yarn forward. We're going to yarn over the right hand needle all the way around, bring it forward again, and then we are going to purl backwards. This twists that stitch. Now we have 3 stitches on our right hand needle. I've moved the yarn to the back to get it out of my way. I'm going to bind off the yarn over and then bind off that first stitch. And we will repeat this process across. Yarn forward, yarn over the needle and back to the front, purl backwards, bring the yarn to the back so that it is out of the way. Yarn over gets bound off, and then the first stitch gets bound off. Yarn forward, wrap the yarn over the needle, purl backwards. Bind off, bind off. Yarn forward, wrap the yarn around the needle, purl backwards. For me, the biggest trick is remembering to purl backwards. Forward, wrap around, purl backwards. Bind off, bind off. This is very similar to some other bind offs, but it is an almost perfect match for the Chinese Waitress cast on when it is done. There is a row of chain stitches moving this direction and a row of chain stitches moving that direction, connected in the middle. Similar to the cast on, this can be loose, so you may need to go down a needle size as you bind off. I find for me it tends to be a little tight, so I personally have to make sure that I am working fairly loose and not too tightly, but I could, so it just depends on the knitter. And so on. So that is the Chinese Waitress or double chain bind off. Thanks for watching.